Yeah, some way to win it. Obviously, when you're on the back foot, which you are for a lot of the second half, to be honest with you. But I suppose when they levelled it with the goal, I suppose the massive point in the game that put out, and that resilience to win it. But we've shown that resilience all year, to be honest with you. And instead of there in the interviews, we're 4 players down from national to Ireland final. Missing the likes of Niamh Kilkenny, Niamh Hannafy, Niamh McPeak, Anya Keane. Roisin Black missed most of the year, to be honest with you. Ailish Riley was missing for the last 2 group games, which were massive games. And, girls have just stepped up in different moments. And, we were probably guilty ourselves last year of not using our bench enough. I thought bench made a massive impact today. I think Sabina made a huge impact. Everyone did a bit. Ginny, Ali, Emma came out with 2 great balls there for a finish. And, listen, we knew we'd have to battle. We knew we'd have to run ourselves into the ground, and we did. But I suppose that's the moment there. Carries free, and absolutely delighted for her. She's our leader for a reason. She's captain for a reason. She is a leader, and it's moments like that we value her so much. She's an exceptional player, and it's a great win.
Cathal, the hunger, the hunger I saw there from the first ball to the last ball.
Listen, there's a huge hurt in our camp since last year. I suppose we got most things right, and put in a massive performance. And in fairness, we probably didn't take our opportunities at the finish, but you'd have to hand it to Cork. They're the better team last year. We were probably never going well. We were always struggling, even through the group. And I think that's something that Carrie said after the league. About the group, that we really targeted the Dublin game at the start of the championship, and we've just grown and grown. And I suppose this year we have huge belief, because you beat Dublin, Derry, you beat Kilkenny down in All-Ireland Park, you beat Waterford, you beat Tipperary by 7 or 8 points in the semi-final. You're battle hard and coming into an Ireland final, and you trust yourself, and you have things right, the team is right, and that if it comes down to moments like that in the game, that we have the players that'll step up. And listen, players stepped up today. They're an unbelievable bunch. I know we won 2 All-Irelands in 19 and 21, and obviously you want to kick on and you want to win a Third All-Ireland. I think a Third All-Ireland means so much to this group, and we've won 3 All-Irelands now in 7 years. I think Aoife, Starry, Ailish are picking up the 4th All-Ireland medal. That doesn't happen around Galway. We don't see too many of them. They're like hin's teeth, to be honest with you. And look, they're just an exceptional bunch. We knew training was on the money for the last 8, 9, 10 weeks. It's going really well, and we just backed ourselves. We were written off completely. I don't know, the Irish Examiner yesterday, I think any Galway person reading that, or a player reading that, or a player rating, I'll tell you one thing, go back and read it. It's absolutely fucking insulting, to be honest with you. I thought it was the biggest insult ever. But that's coming out for the last 2 weeks. We were given no chance. We knew we were 3 points off in 2023. We were 3 points off last year, and small little percentages. And we just made them up today and just won their Ireland, and we're delighted.
Ger Manley, you said inside you'd nearly rather be beaten by 20 points than by 1 point. Can you talk us through your feeling there now?
Look, good for the players, very proud of them. I thought the second half performance was exceptionally good. We were down 5 points, player down, and they brought it in the second half. But look, we're beaten by Galway, a very good team. They brought a huge intensity. Just felt a few decisions went against us.
Yeah, notably the red card and the push in the back there, it looked like on Amy Lee at one stage, and then Galway get that score.
Yeah, well, the point was the difference in the point. I thought Claudia Finker pushed near the end. I thought the free that they got to win it, just a super free by Carrie Dolan, but Gemma tells me that she threw herself down, and I'm not saying she would do that now, but I didn't see it. But I thought that look, sending off, was it like there was loads of people inside in the hustle and inside that little huddle, as I said, and I thought it was harsh. But look, he's a ref, to make his decisions, but I thought he had a poor game.
You still regrouped though after the red card and after half time, and you brought it back. What was the narrative like in the dressing room at half time when you've gone down to 14?
Yeah, we didn't play well in the first half, and Galway brought a huge intensity, so what we said to ourselves was just we'd keep at it, keep our composure, and we made a few just slight changes. And look, I thought the subs that came on did well for us. I thought they did very well. They came on, and I thought second half performance was excellent, very proud of them.
The physicality out there was probably the most physical match we've seen all this year in the Camogie Championship ever, nearly.
Yeah, it was very, very physical. At times, it was probably a bit, some of the frees we felt we should have got 1 or 2 frees, but and I suppose point difference in the end. As I said, I'd probably 20 points, so I'd be cursing one of those couple of frees that went against us and that we might have got. But it was Galway brought great physicality. They were excellent. Look, give them their credit. They brought huge emphasis. They were well on top in the first 20 minutes. I thought we came back into it, steadied the ship a bit. And I thought the second half we got the grips of it, and we played better with the 14 players, which is it's funny, do you know what I mean? But I'm very proud of the girls.
Yeah. Amy O'Connor coming off, something we're not used to seeing. Was there an injury there?
Yeah, Amy did her hamstring there last week. just felt, just to change it up a small bit. Look, you could see, look, she was brilliant for us all year, and we were hoping she'd get through it. Look, we just felt we needed a bit of a change. We've changed it around. We probably took off Katrina as well. We just feeded probably fresh legs inside her, and I thought it made a bit of a difference to come on. Norla Calamington, they got a super goal, and look, that's it really. We just thought we'd just change it up.
Laura Tracy at the centre back won about 3 frees. To bring it up, she was the centre of it all, wasn't she?
She was excellent, Laura Tracy, and she's been injured for the last couple of weeks as well. She's carrying an injury. She's been phenomenal. And look, she's a super player. Laura Hayes, they're all, look, we had a couple of injuries come into it, we kept it quiet, but look, it's just tough going. It's tough when you lose by a point. Look, we'll be regretting this for the next 6 months probably, but give Galway their credit. Look, give them their credit. Look, they're ourselves themselves have great battles down through the years, and look, it's probably the same in a couple of years to come.
I have to ask, do you think at all that 3 in a row narrative got in the heads a small bit, or were Galway just up for it a bit more in the day?
No, they were up for it a bit. Look, I can't say we weren't up for it. We were up for it, but look, we never brought it into our training or anything. We just, our aim to be the same next year. Whoever's in charge, we'll be trying to get them back into the All-Ireland final, Cork Camogie. That's the main thing, get them to the final, and that's it really.
Aoife Donoghue, you're an All-Ireland champion. Congratulations. How's it feeling?
Oh, sure. It's unreal. I can't put it into words. I'm just so proud of the girls. We weren't given any chance here today. Class.
Yeah. How much did that feed into your dressing room in the last week or two? The talk of doing the 3 in a row, it must have helped you.
To be honest, we were probably laughing. Like I said it during the week, probably 10 days ago. Like, anything can happen on All-Ireland final day. Like, we knew what we had within our group. I don't think anyone outside really gave us a chance, but yeah, look, I think they had the 3 in a row won, to be honest. But look, we very much set focus on ourselves, and we knew if, I suppose, we performed today, we were in with a chance, and yeah, it's just unreal to get over the line now.
What do you think is the difference between this year and last year and you getting over the line?
I don't know, I suppose last year we were kind of, scraping by in the group games. We just about got over Tipperary in a semi-final. We went the quarter-final route. Got hammered against Cork in the last group game, turned around, had to play a quarter-final the following week. Just about finished out that game against Waterford as well, to be honest. And then we kind of landed in an All-Ireland final, maybe, I suppose, hoping to perform. Whereas I think, like, 12 months on now, like, I think the group has matured. The younger players have stepped up. Like, our championship went fairly well. We won most of our games fairly comfortably. The semi-final was a big challenge for us. Like, we went into that. Again, a lot of people were back in tip to win that game, and we got over it fairly well. And before it got, I think we came right, to be honest, at the right time.
You've been peaking. You've been peaking all year, but you've never dipped.
Yeah, like I think last year was just kind of scraping by, getting by, and I don't know, there's a different feel to it this year, to be honest, yeah.
Can you tell us a small bit about what it was like out there? Because to watch, it was the most physical camogie match I've ever seen. What was it like out there on the pitch?
Oh, Jesus, it was outrageous. It was end-to-end stuff, like the tackles, fairness of the referee let go as well. It got heated, an unreal All-Ireland final. I thought last year's All-Ireland final was, another level. I think this year we were, maybe we were in much better condition as a team, I think, strength-wise, fitness-wise.
You mentioned it got heated. Was that part of the plan, to unsettle fire?
No, not at all. Like, obviously, we're about to work as hard as we can. Look, that's going to happen. Like, it's All-Ireland final, you care about it so much. But yeah, we're delighted.
When the goal goes in, Cork draw level, what's going through your head? Do you have control over that situation yourself, or is it just trusting the teammate who has the ball at the time when you're using your puck end?
Yeah, like at the time, like the clock was ticking down. I don't know what was left. There wasn't much. They got back level, and you're nearly like, oh geez, I think we've done so well. Like we'd missed a lot as well. And then your level coming down the home straight. But I felt if we got another chance, we'd hold out. And Carrie's free was unreal. Like, she was on the sideline, off her right, pressure free, big player. All-Ireland final day, like unreal. And when she scored that, I kind of knew that we'd hold on, but it could have went anyway. It really could have. Like,
It could have, yeah.
The goal that went in, I think, like, took it fairly well. I don't think Kira Hickey was just after going off. There was probably a bit of space back there as well, and everyone was out on their feet trying to get back as well.
What was it like when the final whistle blew? That emotion must be just something else, is it?
Oh, it's unreal. Like, you can't put it into words. I still, you know, I'm like, oh Jesus. We're all just wrecked now, to be honest. But it's
Not too wrecked to head out tonight, I'd say.
Oh, we'll celebrate for the week, I'd say. There'll be some party in Galway, but yeah, I can't wait to get home now tomorrow. It's gonna be class. Yeah.
It probably won't sink in for a day or two, will it?
No, probably not. I'd say now crossing the Shannon tomorrow with the puck and bringing it home to Galway. Like, we're obviously up in Dublin tonight. We'll be with the group today and tomorrow, and then we'll have a big homecoming in the bridge. Carrie's club, so that'll be unreal. But yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be class.
Aoife, congratulations.
Thanks
and
again.
well done.
Thanks so much.
I'm delighted to be joined by Galway All-Ireland winner Niamh Mallon. How are things? You've all the clan here.
Yeah, it's great. It's class. It's massive. It's massive for the group. Yeah, it's been a long time probably coming for this group. To be fair, 2021's a long time. So, but yeah, it's class.
Talk to us about the foundations of that win. Aoife Donoghue over your shoulder has been interviewed by one of my colleagues and off the ball at the moment. She set the tone in a lot of ways in terms of that first half performance. She was bloody everywhere.
Yeah, no, I think, and that's something that we went after. You know, like, we knew it was going to take a massive effort and massive intensity if we were going to turn Cork over, and I think that, you know, we really got the platform in the first half, and we probably should have created or took more opportunities, but to be honest with you, we were very happy with half time and we got ourselves set up and showed a lot more composure probably than we did coming down the stretch last year, and we're just delighted to see it over the line. Yeah,
it was the intensity really, it was the turnovers, it was the tackles, it was the hitting that was so important for you. You knew you needed to get a good start. You lost last year's All-Ireland final to Cork, you lost the league final by 11 points. Yeah. The start was very important.
Yeah, massive, and I think, you know, very few people outside of the group, outside of the county particularly, give us a chance, and we knew that if we could set the foundations early doors, you know, hit Cork where they probably don't want to be hit, that would give us a platform to push on, and thankfully it did.
You got your score in the second half. It was a big score at the time because Cork could kind of come at you a little bit at that stage.
Yeah, you know, and I don't even know who scored what, to be honest. It was just an ultimate team performance, I think, from minute one, and yeah, it doesn't matter who gets the ball over the bar. You know, a big shout out to Carrie for the massive free at the end. It was absolutely huge, and no better woman to be standing over it, so yeah, massive.
That's so true. It did feel like the ultimate team performance. Like, you had players from all over the field having massive moments. Obviously, Aoife Donoghue, as I mentioned, had that brilliant first half. Ailis Riley gets 3 points. Carrie Dolan, as you mentioned. But Niamh, the leadership, like Cork, who are chasing their own bit of history, just as the clock goes red, Orla Cathal sticks in the back of the net, and they hadn't been level with you in nearly an hour, and it's 2 minutes to go, and you win that free. But just to not crumble after that final score was massive.
Yeah, I think the experience of last year really stood to us, you know, and you can't buy that and you can't create that in training, and it's something you probably have to experience before you go and win one. And that group particularly, you know, they've matured hugely over the last 12 months. You look at Kira Hickey, Ollie Rabbit, Cueva Kelly, you know, probably played in their first final last year, and yeah, that experience ultimately stood to us coming down the stretch this evening, so yeah, massively delighted.
What sort of a group is it to be a part of?
Yeah, class. You know, they've been nothing but welcoming. You know, from day one last year, they've welcomed me with open arms, and I think Cathal's created that, to be honest with you. You know, he's created that kind of feel good within the camp, and wanting to go to training and wanting to be there, and you know, good things happen to good people, and you know, that bore out today.
On a personal level, you've had a big year. You got married.
I did, yes, very much so. It's been a bit of a roller coaster, to be honest. Yeah, I got married in March. I lost my grandmother in March, and yeah, to get over the line today has been special. So it's been a year of emotions. And don't ask me now if the 14th of March or the 10th of August wins, but it's been it's been a class year, and yeah, it's not done yet.
Yeah, we had spoken once or twice throughout the season at different bits and pieces, and you could tell like your own journey coming from down to play with Galway, like that was a big decision in its own right, but does today make all of that worthwhile?
Yeah, like Jesus, it was no way an easy decision, and like it's something that I still don't take lightly, to be honest with you. And yeah, today's obviously fantastic, and you know, everything that comes with it, but like I'll never forget the day that we won our junior title here in 2014. I was captain of Down, and 2020 we won it in Breffni Park in Cavan. We won the intermediate title in COVID, so those days are right up there as well. But yeah, today's great, and yeah, we'll certainly enjoy it.
Niamh Mallon, congratulations, an All-Ireland champion once more. Enjoy tonight.
Thanks, Tommy. Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we've witnessed a great spectacle. Exactly the game that Camogie needed, I think, to be honest, in this championship and probably for the last couple of years. There was a lot of physicality, there was a lot of hard hits out there today. I mentioned to you earlier, I'd say Cork feel a little bit aggrieved, not with the way that match was reffed today, in the sense that there was anything wrong with how Justin Heffernan reffed it. It was open, it was free flowing, there was big hits, and that's what we want to see in Camogie. But very often we only see that when we reach the All-Ireland final.
Why is that?
Refs throughout the championship are using that rule, which is subjective at the best. The charge rule is subjective, the tackle rule is subjective, and different refs implement it in a different way, and some refs don't allow a huge amount of contact to go. So sometimes as a player you feel like throughout the championship you have to play in one way and you expect to get frees for certain things, and then you go out and you play in the All-Ireland final, and I think more often than not it's refed as an entirely different game. It's almost as if the refs are given an instruction to let the games flow when they get to All-Ireland final stage.
There was 28,000, just shy of 29,000 here, very similar to last year. Galway winning, what does that do for the contenders, Aisling, around the country?
Yeah, I think that, it's a fantastic result for the neutrals, insofar as Cork win and you maybe play into that narrative a bit of, that was always going to happen and it's predictable and it's this, that and the other. So I think it's a great result, obviously for Galway, but it's a great result for Camogie in general. Obviously everybody loves cheering for an underdog and seeing an underdog come true. But I think what's more important than the team that won it today is the manner in which it was won. The final that we got, pulsating final, end-to-end stuff, 28,000 in today. We mentioned several occasions, like a really energetic crowd, a really vocal crowd. You want people in watching these games and seeing these matches, but you can't just turn around and try and promote it the week of the final. It needs to be a year-long thing, it needs to be a championship-long thing, and you need the girls in those counties to be invested in the counties they're watching and in the players they're watching.